Do you know what the best crosshair in Valorant is?
What is that?
Over the course of my Valorant career, I've seen a plethora of good, bad, and what the hell is that? And yet, I've never sat back and wondered, what actually makes a good crosshair? Is it the high contrast colors to increase its visibility? Is it the size and shape that improves accuracy? Or is it the simplicity that makes it less distracting? In this video, I'll suffer many crosshair changes, so you guys don't have to. All you guys have to do is like, comment, and subscribe to ease my pain. Now, if you're anything like me, you've probably copied a pro player's crosshair and called it a day. But I've realized enough is enough. So I've trialed and tested many ingenious crosshairs to bring you guys the chosen one. To start the journey of finding the best crosshair, I needed to make a selection that I could choose from. And here's some that I made earlier. These crosshairs vary from I'm simple and I like to win to Call of Duty Predator missile. And after practicing with each and every one of them, the crosshairs were ready for some field testing. Here's how that went. The Dumbbell Crosshairs. These crosshairs come as a package. One's for headshots and the other's for missing lots. If you're going to use these, I would use the vertical dumbbell, as its counterpart is just awful. Unless an immortal player decides to ruin your ego and use the same crosshair but actually perform well.
Go back to A.
Come on. The trick behind hitting a headshot with the vertical dumbbell is to align the dumbbell with the agent's body and then force them to lift. In all seriousness, this crosshair has not let me down. The target acquired. Now, I'm a little biased with this crosshair because whilst it's not great, I can't help but feel like the sleek design makes up for its hard skill ceiling. And plus, it sort of reminds me of Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell crosshair, which I think is pretty cool. And whilst it was a little difficult in the beginning, when I practiced more, I actually got pretty decent and I managed to land some nasty headshots with this one. The Sunglasses Crosshair. This crosshair is one of my favorites. Its universal design fits every agent's head and adds style points to both the user of the crosshair and the victim. However, it's easy to miss if you're not focusing on the right things. The trick behind this is to place the Ray-Bans on the face of an agent. Then, after improving their looks, kill them, as nothing comes free. It costs to look this good. The Flappy Bird crosshair. This one's for all the old schoolers. If you ever played Flappy Bird, you'll know the frustration of losing a lot. And with this crosshair, you lose a lot more on this game too. If you're not struggling to find the center, then you're going straight to hell because you're a liar. This crosshair is okay at body shots at best and not much else. The Instagram crosshair. There's not really much to say about this one. Sometimes I landed some banging headshots, but most of the time I was trying to find where the crosshair was. We're only halfway through the video and I could already tell you this is bottom of my list. The Smiley Face crosshair. Many people hate the Smiley Face, and yet here I am, finding it really enjoyable to use. Are you having a bad day? Use a Smiley Face. Do you want a new crosshair? Use the Smiley Face. For some reason, it just works. It's nice to look at, and even more pleasant to replace an agent's face with this abomination. To show you guys how much I like this crosshair, I'll show you some clips of how I got on. The Spray and Pray. The crosshair is pretty simple to use. You just do what the crosshair is named, which is spray and pray. Precision is out of the question. And if you do hit a headshot, it's damn luck that you managed to find their head, because I certainly didn't. Although, I did manage to get a few nice kills with this Tetris block. The Plus Crosshair. The Plus Crosshair is about as generic as you can get. There are plenty of variations out there that people use, which goes to show the strength that this thing has. There are pros that use this, and there are bad players like me that also use this. It's basically a one-size-fits-all. The only thing that I find bad about using this crosshair is that if I perform terribly, then I can't blame the crosshair, because there's people in Radiant that use it. Anyway, here are some clips of me using this crosshair. The dot crosshair. The dot is very similar to the plus crosshair, but even simpler. Creating this crosshair takes all of 2 seconds, and the results it yields are great. I'd say it's a little more difficult to use than the plus, and that's just because it's smaller and you need to be more precise. Here are some clips that I got with the dot crosshair. There is one key thing to take away from all of this. It's that simplicity is the key. And as with most aspects of life, if you're able to make something simpler, then your life will be a lot easier. And after watching Stan the Immortal player rip through people, it made me realize that I should really master the basics before moving on to something more difficult. But either way, I enjoyed the journey, both the ups and downs of trying something new. And on that note, that marks the end of me trying weird and wonderful crosshairs. Thank you guys for watching.